Hey, and welcome to the final video in my bronze sword project. This is the wooden blank that I made, and then from that I cast an aluminium blank a little while ago, and today we're finally going to cast the real one in bronze. So let's get on with it. So the first thing I made is a box, and I'm going to fill it with sand here. This is casting sand. It's very kind of oily and holds a shape well, so you kind of get it all in there and then pack it down. It's got to be really tight because otherwise it will just fall out. When it's all packed in, you have like a layer of talcum powder, and then put the blank in very carefully. Put the top of the box on and screw it back in place. And a bit more talcum powder to stop it sticking to the sand on this side as well. And then get some more sand in. So you like pack it all down, and again it's got to be tamped down really hard so the whole thing just doesn't collapse. So you open it up, take the sword out, and you can see you've got a little hole there, and I'm making a sprue at the top, and that's where the bronze is going to go in. Screw it all back together, and we're good. So let's start a fire. This is the best bit. I've done it before with charcoal briquettes. They don't work very well, so I've always used lumpwood charcoal. The briquettes just they make such a mess and it just fills up with crap at the bottom. It's much better just using proper charcoal. It's starting to get going here. So the lid, this whole thing is made of this very dense material that you make furnaces out of. It can go up to 1300 degrees C. So you can see here I'm wearing all my PPE, that's always good. And I'm using cat's hairdryer to force air into the furnace. I didn't think this would be strong enough, but it easily does the job. First of all, I need to melt some tin. I bought like a little lump off eBay, so I need to cast it into little lumps so I can get exactly the right amount I need. Tin melts at about 230 degrees C, so you could do this bit in the oven, but it's still pretty hot when I cool it down. And there are the little tin ingots. They're beautiful. So that's all the copper I'm going to use, and I'm adding this little bit of tin. That's 88% copper, 12% tin. And the furnace needs to get to this kind of really yellow hot before you can drop everything in. So I'm going to put all the material in and then give it a little bit of time to melt down, and it's really kind of weird and lumpy. Because the bronze melts at a lower temperature than the copper, you get this kind of bronze liquid with little lumps of copper in it, like melting chocolate in a microwave. Anyway, so I finally got it out, it's hot enough, you can see it's absolutely ferociously hot. I'm going to pour it in the hole that I made at the top, and even now you can see it's slightly lumpy and a little bit burny. So there we go, and the crucible's already started to cool down. So 20 minutes later, we take the box apart, and you can see, ta-da, oops, that's not what it's supposed to look like. Huh. So I've got most of a sword. It's not quite worked how I was hoping, but I'm really happy with it, and I'll go and polish it up, and then we'll still have half a sword. Maybe I'll make it into a dagger. Ah, yes! There you go, it's going to be a dagger. So I used an angle grinder, some files, a hacksaw, all sorts of things to cut it down to the right shape, and then when it was roughly right I started sanding it. I used 6 different grades of sandpaper, right the way down from 80 up to about 1000, and then finally I used some car scratch remove and polish stuff to give it a really nice edge. Wound a bit of leather that I had around to make a handle, which makes it a bit more comfortable. And this is the final thing. I am so unbelievably proud of this. It's one of the most amazing things, and it's taken me such a long time to finish it, but it's awesome.